Hi, hello everybody. Today we're going to talk about secrets revealed, 5 hidden health factors your doctor may overlook. If you're dealing with any health issues and you go to your primary care physician, which many people will do, that was me in the past as well, often the solution is to suppress the symptoms. This is the Western medicine model. They're not given a ton of information about dealing with toxins, dealing with things like parasites, even nutrition is not something that's often taken a look at when we look at the Western medicine model. And so, if you're dealing with symptoms that keep coming back and the medication is not actually making them go away, is it? And so, this is where there are things we can do to help our body so that we can function better, we can function optimally without without having to keep rely on medication and prescriptions. And so we've created a guide for you. It's going to be the link's going to be in the comments for you to be able to download this. But this is what this is talking about 5 things that doctors are often missing. And I had a conversation with a woman this morning. Whenever I tell someone that I'm a holistic nutritionist, which is my designation, what I went to school for, the assumption is often that, oh, you're going to pick apart my diet. You're going to tell me that I can't eat any of the things that I like to eat, or you're going to make me eat weird stuff, especially if you follow me on Instagram or YouTube. And you've seen recently, I've posted, I'm doing a carnivore diet right now, which is just beef, butter, and salt for the most part. And if you ask any of the clients or people that we work with, no one is doing a carnivore diet unless they choose to. And we don't pick apart your food. We do look at food from the perspective of, is there anything that's preventing you from getting healthier, getting to your goals? Your body is always trying to heal itself. And when the body is not doing that, when you're having symptoms or health problems, there's 2 questions we need to start asking: what's getting in the way or what's missing? And when it comes to food, even a healthy food may not be healthy for you if your body's reacting to it right now. So that's the only thing we look at when it comes to food. We're not the food police. We're not looking to pick apart your diet. I don't believe in meal plans. I personally have tried that route and they weren't sustainable for me. And so when it comes to food, it's about eating good quality food. So if you think about, the body is always in a process of breaking down and rebuilding. That's how we get strong cells. That's how we get strong bones, strong muscles, right? You go to the gym, it breaks down and then it rebuilds stronger. And so when you think of food, think of it like building a house. You wouldn't want to build a house with rotten lumber, with rotten wood. And some of the foods that we consume, it's basically the same thing happening in your body. What you put into your system is going to affect its ability to rebuild and to function the way it's supposed to. And so the body also we have our duodenum, which is an organ or gland mechanism in the system that when food goes into your mouth and into your stomach, at the bottom of the stomach, there's this little basically sensor. If you picture like a barcode scanner, I worked in retail for like 20 years, so of course I'm going to go this way. But when you scan something that the system doesn't register, you get this like weird beep. And then on the computer, I would see like barcode not found. That's basically what happens in the body. It's scanning things and it's like, is this for breakdown or is this for rebuild? Oh, okay, this is for rebuild. Let's put that in the rebuild pile. Oh, this is a vegetable. This is something that's for breakdown, for detox. Let's put that in that pile. But all the things where you get that barcode not found and that weird beep, the body's like, okay, I don't know what to do with that. So I'm just going to put this in this pile and deal with it later. But the problem happens is when the no barcode found pile gets a lot bigger. And so the body's not able to rebuild things the way that it's supposed to be. And that's when we can have health problems. I heard a statistic recently that was interesting because I mostly talk to women over 40. And the statistic was that 80% of women over 40 have sluggish bile, which is part of our digestive system, part of our digestive tract. And if the body's got sluggish bile that's full of toxins, it takes a lot of effort and energy for the body to make more bile. So what happens? The body has to increase cholesterol levels because cholesterol is used to make bile. So this is not a good thing. This is also what or connected to why 1 in 4 people in North America are said to have fatty liver disease, and many don't even know it. And a lot of this has to do with the lumber that you're giving your body. What are you giving it to be able to rebuild? And so this is the only conversation that I have with people around food is the whole you are what you eat in a sense is true, right? Building the house with rotten lumber, what's the quality of structure that you're going to get? And it's the same with our bodies. But I'm not the food police. I'm not going to pick apart your diet. So that's all I'm going to say about food for today. We want to make sure that we're eating as much whole foods as possible so that the body is able to use the tools it needs to be able to rebuild and function optimally. So I'm only going to talk actually about three of the steps or the tips in this guide. There's 5 in here. So click the link in the comments and make sure you check it out because there's some actionable tips in each of those of things that you can start doing today that are actually going to be very beneficial when it comes to your own health and getting healthier without the use of Western medication. Medicine has its cause or has its purpose and has a time, but if we're giving our body support to be able to function optimally between the times where you need medication, it will benefit you so much in the long run. Step number 2 from this guide is talking about stress management. And this is something that also, when you go to your doctor, it's very rarely considered. And when there's a lot of stress in the system, this is when hormones are out of balance. The body, when it's in a stress state, cortisol, which is our main stress hormone, is driven up. And when cortisol goes up, it tells digestion, nope, shut off. You're not a priority right now. Reproduction is shut off. Your immune system is decreased. All of the non essential functions in the body have to shut off because the body's main priority at this time is making cortisol, your stress hormone. So if stress is something that is a constant cycle for you or something your body is constantly having to deal with, this is going to have an impact and can lead to things like long-term health problems or other issues because your body's not able to make hormones as it's supposed to. And hormones are basically our messenger system in our body. It sends signals and messages to all the organs, glands, tissues in your body. So if it's not functioning properly, that's going to lead to more problems down the road as well. And if you're shutting off digestion because you're stressed all the time, you're not getting important minerals, vitamins, nutrients from the food that you're eating. So stress is something that it's not just about relaxation techniques. It's about what are the little things you can do or steps you can incorporate into your life that's going to help take you out of that fight or flight all of the time and put your body into rest and digest so that your nervous system can relax a little bit and give you what you need in terms of sleep, in terms of mood. All kinds of different things are impacted when we're stressed all the time. And then number 3 that I want to talk about today is toxins. And toxins are there we go, are something that we come in contact with on a daily basis. Yes, our food is part of it. Yes, our beverages are part of it, but there's also who has a cell phone on them or around them most of the time. I live in a townhouse. When I go and look at the Wi-Fi available signals on my cell phone, there's at least 10. We're being bombarded and our systems are being bombarded by EMFs from our cell phones, from our wireless devices 24/7. That's a stress on the body that it's not able to avoid, even when you're sleeping, right? So that's a toxin that we often don't think about. There's also chemicals in our water. There's chemicals in so many different things that we deal with. I mean, our clothes have chemicals in them, the furniture has chemicals in them, and all of these are your liver has to detox the body. And when chemicals become too much or toxins essentially become too much, the body will encapsulate them to prevent them from ending up in your brain, in your other organs, glands, tissues, where it could cause a really big problem. This is often what leads to gallstones, right? I already talked about sluggish bile. Well, sluggish bile, gallstones, very interconnected there because the body has one job. It's trying to keep you safe all of the time. And so if you're dealing with toxins all the time, your body may be making gallstones. It makes more cholesterol and wraps in cholesterol, and that's a gallstone. It also can make things like fibroids. It can make cysts. It can make tumors. All of these are your body's way of trying to encapsulate something so to protect other parts of the body. So toxins are a really big one. There are three that I'll talk about that are ones that are something to consider and that are easy to deal with, but that have a huge impact because all of them are very big in terms of endocrine disrupting as well. So that's your hormone system. And those are plastics. Look around you. There is plastic literally everywhere. And then a lot of people, this used to be me in the past as well, so like no shame here at all, will drink water out of plastic containers. Will drink out of Tim Hortons Starbucks cups. Those paper cups, can you put paper or put hot liquid in paper? No, they have to line them with plastic. And so Tim Hortons cups, as I said, I was a retail worker. And so we used to joke and say that we always drank retail temperature coffee, which basically meant someone would go on a coffee run and then the store would get busy. So you had cold coffee all the time. I used to microwave my coffee in the plastic lined cup multiple times before the cup would be done. And microwaving anything in plastic, the plastic is going to leach into the food or the beverage a lot more than it will if it's not heated. But either way, putting food and beverages in plastic containers, please try and avoid that. You can get stainless steel water containers. You can get like glass food containers are everywhere now. Or if it's for kids, there are stainless steel food containers for kids as well. So that's plastics are a really big one. And that's kind of the big one. It's a good place to start. Clean it up with your food and your beverages. And yeah, but they're everywhere. Another one is going to be like Glade plugins or Bath and Body Works. I used to be a Bath and Body Works junkie. I had so many scented candles from there. I thought it was amazing. Fragrances are really hard on the nervous system, on your hormone system in your body. So please switch to essential oils when it comes to fragrances in the house. And then number 3 is dryer sheets. Scented dryer sheets, again, really big hormone disruptor, really big toxic burden on your body, especially think about it. You wash your bed in with dryer sheets. You wash your clothes with dryer sheets. The skin is the largest, like by surface, the largest organ in the body. And so if you're constantly coming in contact with something that has been washed and dryer sheets have been used, you're absorbing that through your skin all of the time. So those are my 3 big ones for toxins. Yeah. So hopefully you found this helpful. Again, I will drop the link in the comments for you to download this free guide. My goal here is just to give you things that you can do to help yourself when it comes to improving your health naturally. We offer frequency testing. It's a form of muscle testing. We do it virtually at Aligned Natural Health. But I want to give you some go-to things that you can start doing today that will make a big difference for you. When it comes to the plastics, when it comes to chemicals, any of the things, I'm not saying like go around your house and throw everything out that has chemicals in it or that's in a plastic bottle. But when you run out of that item, look for different options in the future. And so hopefully you found this helpful. Hope you got some value. If you have any questions, reach out to me anytime. And if you would like to book a free call with us, you can go to our website. That's alignednaturalhealth.com. And we'd be more than happy to have a conversation with you. So enjoy the rest of your day. And again, it's Kate from